Okay.
Alright. My visors, properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. My hood mirrors and door mirrors, properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, and clean. My windshields and side door mirrors, windows, properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, and clean. My wipers, properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, and the rubber is soft and pliable, flat against the windshield. Washer fluid and wipers are working properly. My dashboard, properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, free of debris. My steering wheel, properly mounted, secured, not cracked, bent, or broken. Must have no more than 10 degrees of plate on a 20-inch steering wheel, which equals to be 2 inches. Highway horn, city horn, working properly. Low beam and high beam, working properly. Left turn signal, right turn signal, and four-way flashes, working properly. My work lights, sleeper light, and sleeper fan, working properly. Tractor spring brakes, trailer spring brakes, trailer hand valve, working properly. Rear wheel locking differential, engine retarders, marker and clearance lights, traction control, air suspension control, fifth wheel slide control, working properly. My defrost and heater, working properly. My clutch, my brake, my accelerator, working properly, free oil and debris to prevent a hazard while driving. My temperature indicator, my oil pressure indicator, my depth indicator, my tachometer, my speedometer, my fuel indicator, my primary, secondary, front and rear indicators, all working properly. My shifter, my range selector, and my shifter boot working properly. My shifter boot is free of rip holes and tears to keep exhaust fumes from entering the cab. My floor, free of rips, holes, and tears to keep exhaust fumes from entering the cab. My seat belt, not cut, not frayed, not torn, working properly. My seat belt latch is working properly. Okay, now I'm gonna move on to my brake test. I'm gonna put my vehicle in low gear, simulate chalking the wheels. I'm gonna turn off the engine, and I'm gonna turn my key back on to supply power to my gauges. I'm gonna release my tractor and trailer spring brakes. My initial loss is 10 to 15 psi, and I shouldn't lose no more than 3 psi per minute without brakes applied. Can you time me? Okay, that was my minute. I did not lose no more than 3 psi per minute without brakes applied. Now I'm gonna move on to my applied test. I'm applying about 90 psi to my service brake pedal, and I shouldn't lose no more than 4 psi per minute with brakes applied. Can you time me?
Is that what you saying to the person at the service?
I'm doing it just like I would be doing it if he was actually my examiner. Okay, I'm gonna say this a minute. Okay, I did not lose no more than 4 psi per minute with brakes applied. Now I'm finna move on to my fan down. I'm gonna fan down my brakes. My warning light and buzzer should come on at 60 psi, but you will not hear my buzzer because my engine is not running. Okay, my warning light and buzzer came on at 60 psi, but you do not hear my buzzer because my engine is not running. Now I'm finna perform another fan down. My tractor and trailer spring brakes should set themselves between 20 and 40 psi, indicating that they are working properly. Okay, My tractor and trailer spring brakes set themselves between 20 and 40, indicating that they are working properly. Now I'm going to perform a safe start. I'm going to put my vehicle back in neutral. I'm going to start my engine. My warning light and buzzer is on because my pressure is below 60 psi. Once I recover 60 psi, my warning light and buzzer will go off. I'm going to rev my engine to 1,000 RPM. I should recover 10 to 15 psi per minute. My warning light and buzzer went off because I've recovered 60 psi. My governor will kick in at 100 psi and will cut out at 125 psi.
Why is she just standing there?
Damn, I wouldn't even record.
Stupid.
He been standing there holding the photo.
Sit down.
He been holding the phone the whole
Looking like a jackass.
Okay, now I'm finna move on to my tub test. I'm gonna put my vehicle in low gear. I'm gonna release my tractor spring brakes to test my trailer spring brakes. When I ease off this clutch, you should feel a slight tug, and that tug will indicate that my trailer spring brakes are working properly. I'm gonna release my trailer spring brakes to test my tractor spring brakes. When I release this clutch, you should feel a slight tug, and that will indicate that they are working properly. Now I'm going to release my tractor and trailer spring brakes. When I test my trailer hand valve, when I ease off this clutch, you should feel a slight tug, and that indicates that my trailer hand valve is working properly. It's gonna roll, so it's supposed to have that same tug, but these ain't working properly. But they working properly. All right. Now I'm gonna test my service brake pedal. I'm gonna ease off this clutch. My truck shouldn't shift to the left or shift to the right, indicating a suspension problem, low shift, low tire, or brakes out of adjustment.
She gonna wear some legs. Yeah.
And you clutch and brake. My truck then shift to the left, then shift to the right, indicating suspension problem, low shift, low tire, brakes out of adjustment. And that concludes my test.
Look at God.